Episode 5 of Series 3 of When the Boat Comes In, Travel Light, Travel Far. At the beginning of the episode, you have Horatio, Manners and Jack meeting, and it's very clear that the relationship is kind of broken down, hasn't it? They do business deals from this point, but it does seem like it's not the same as it used to be.
Agreed the date. I see no reason to alter that.
Bah, you businessmen, you're always on about prospects, but whenever there's talk of hard cash, you crawl back into the woodwork.
You'll learn, Ford. Bird in the bush is often worth far more than two in the hand.
And what about this director's fee?
The lawyer's drawn up the necessary papers. Come to my office, 12:30 tomorrow morning. You can look them over.
German, you say?
Yesterday's enemy, Ford. Time we became friends, don't you think?
Tom and Dolly start to have problems. Of course, Dolly is running one of Bill's shops. Tom is looking after Bill. He's pushing him about because he's in a wheelchair. But Tom never wanted to do this, did he? He never wanted this to be his life. He was very happy being a gardener. And you can see how it's starting to break down, really, their relationship.
What do you think you're staring at?
A shopkeeper with a fine figure on her?
Have you not better to do?
No.
What about your dad?
What about him?
I thought he said to go and fetch him as soon as you'd had your dinner.
He did, aye.
Well, head away and fetch him then.
I could say I was still helping you.
He's the one that needs the help, and he'll be breathing fire if he doesn't get it.
Aye, there's plenty time. Anyway, it's bad for his digestion to go rollicking through the streets just after his dinner.
There's no need to rollick. Just take it slow. Half a dozen cake tins, 2 dozen packets of gravy salt. Well, go on then.
Sure you can manage?
We don't open till tomorrow.
I mean, all that counting.
I can count, it's not that hard. Anyway, I'm nearly through.
By what a way to earn a living.
There's nobody asking you to do it. The fresh air, that's where you belong.
You call that fresh air? All that dust and dirt and smuts. I might as well be back down the pit.
Manners and Jack do a deal, but of course Jack doesn't get paid for this, and Jack is annoyed because Manners hasn't paid him for anything. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Their relationship is really broken down. He's kind of using Jack, but Jack gets something out of it. He does get a director's fee, but it's every year or something like that, annually. So he's a bit annoyed at Manners that he isn't going to get any money because, let's face it, it's been so long since he's done these deals and he hasn't got anything out of it.
Well, let's get started, shall we?
These are the documents for you to sign, Mr. Ford. The Articles of Association of Pioneer Enterprises naming you as managing director, with Sir Horatio holding the majority of shares in my name. Contract between Pioneer Enterprises and Mr. Peltzer's firm, which gives the new company first option on the entire output of Mr. Peltzer's ship components. And a contract between Pioneer Enterprises and Louis Bishop.
What does it say about me salary?
Ha! Still the same old Ford.
You wouldn't want us to change now, would you, Sir Horatio? Not now we know each other so well.
This clause, sir. I think you'll find the amount satisfactory.
The amount's all right, but it's payable half-yearly.
That's a standard practice, sir.
You mean I've got to wait for this money and all?
Directors aren't employees, Ford. They don't receive little buff envelopes every week.
Bah, you've got a nerve not telling us the rules until just before the game starts.
If the game doesn't appeal to you, you can always refuse to play.
And who's going to take my place, Mr. Hodges?
I wouldn't dream of asking Mr. Hodges. He's a respectable lawyer with a great many influential clients. Can't afford to get his hands dirty.
And I can.
You were born with dirty hands, so you've nothing to lose, have you?
Not a thing, Sir Horatio. I've nowhere to go but up.
Jack visits Dolly at the corner shop and he promises her a divorce. I understand why Dolly doesn't think that Jack will give her a divorce. And also, if you think of Bella, one of her quotes from her is saying that Jack knows how to hurt. And it's very true. But when it comes to Tom Seaton, I don't think he would ever do anything that bad against his Mara.
Bah, it's a fair size as this. Take a fair bit of looking after and all.
Aye.
Matt told us you were working for Bill Seaton. I couldn't believe it.
Why not?
Thought Tom was happy as a gardener.
He was.
Your idea then, was it?
That's between Tom and me, Jack. What is it you want?
It's what you want, bonny lass. The divorce.
Well, Did you get it?
Divorces don't grow on trees, you know. They take time.
How much time?
You worried about the bairn?
Aye.
No need to be. He won't be born a bastard, not if I can help it.
Oh, you always find just the right word, don't you, Jack?
I didn't mean to hurt you, Dolly. I've come to tell you everything's going to be all right. I've started things moving.
How do we know?
How do you know what?
You've started things moving.
I've just told you.
So we've got to take your word for it, have we?
You mean it's not good enough?
You were away over a week. What were you doing?
What I said I was doing. Being a naughty boy so you could sue us for adultery.
All that time?
What difference does that make?
We didn't know where you were, what was happening. You said you were only going to be away for one night.
Ah, well, I'd other fish to fry.
In Scarborough?
No, London.
What fish?
Aye, business, bunny lass.
Oh, man, Jack, we know nought about divorces. For all we know, you might have just been enjoying yourself.
I didn't say I wasn't enjoying myself.
Oh, you're not just playing games with her.
Tom and me had a deal, Dolly. I won't let you down.
Bill Seaton thinks that he can walk again. This is when he goes with Tom, and yeah, he starts to feel something in his legs, he thinks, and then Tom will hold him up for a bit, and yeah, he's not walking, but he thinks he can feel something. Later on, of course, Billy finds out that there's a way that potentially Bill could walk again, but Bella rules it out, actually. She puts her foot down and she says he can't be worse than what he is now, because I think Billy says that he could be even worse than what he is now, which I understand, to be honest, but in another sense, yeah, I mean, it would have been amazing if he could have walked again, but back then, how many people did walk again? It must have been very few, or it might have even been experimental.
Take me stick. Turn around. Now pull.
Pull you where?
Up, you fool! Pull us up! It's there, lad. Some life. It's there.
Why, how long have you known?
Didn't know. I'm still not sure.
Did you tell Mum?
No. And you're not to tell her neither.
Why not? Want to be over the moon?
Now to get excited about over a few twinges. I'll tell you what, Tom. You and me'll come up here every day for the next couple of weeks and see if there's any progress. Then we'll find out if there's anything to tell your mum about.
Dr. Stoker commits suicide, it must be said. He was dying, but he just helps it on a bit, doesn't he? And Billy takes over the free clinic. And yeah, I mean, he's really taking it all on, isn't he, Billy? I mean, there are parts of him I don't like, but there are parts of him I like. He runs this free clinic for people who can't afford it. Of course, back then there was no NHS. So that's very admirable. But there are parts of Billy that I really don't like, you know. I mean, I was thinking of that episode where one of these members that Jack is looking after, he has to say that he was working fit and proper, and Billy's like, I could lose my license over this, you know, when he's always preaching, isn't he? So yeah, I mean, with Billy, it's sort of, I'm not sure, I don't love him and I don't hate him, it's kind of in the middle. Jack and Matt fight for the first time, and I'm glad it wasn't repeated, let's put it that way, because they're great friends, aren't they? I think it's one of the things that makes the show so great. But this is all about Pioneer Enterprises, but there's one thing that Matt Headley doesn't know.
It seems I owe you an apology.
No apologies necessary, Mara. You were only doing what you paid for, protecting the interests of your members.
Aye, but I should have known. I should have known you never do out to harm them.
I won't deny I was trying to make a bit of money. But you thinking I'd do that at the expense of the lads? That hurt, Matt. That really hurt.
Aye, I'm sorry. You're not leaving because of what happened.
I told you. I'm retreating in the face of superior forces.
No hard feelings then?
We can't let a German come between us. Not after all them years fighting them. I'll see you at the wedding.
What was that about a wedding?
He said he was leaving on one condition, that we'd publish the band straight away.
Suits me.
Well, I'm not sure it suits me, Matt Headley. I'm not sure I want to be married to a man that belts a Mara like that. Somebody who's left us his house and his furniture. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Dance to the daddy, sing to the mommy, dance to the daddy, to the mommy sing. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a fishy when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a haddock when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a bloater when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a mackerel when the boat comes in. Thou shalt have a fishy on a little dishy, thou shalt have a salmon when the boat comes in.